Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's bonus banger time, y'all. That's a lock. It's bonus banger time. Y'all already know I keep a banger. That's a lock. I keep one. But like I always say before I start these videos off, though, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out here working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out here with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the mornings, and I promise y'all it's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. Period, man. I don't want to see y'all go to jail. I don't want to see y'all make a mistake and end up losing your life getting a football number when you go to court, man. I don't want to see it. Leaving your family, man, is a huge mistake, man. I'm letting you know now, man. There's a lot of people that don't know that's going to be the circumstances when you get locked up. You already know you out of there, so you're going to be leaving people behind that really need you, man. Your best bet is just turn around, do whatever you're doing, get legit, man. Try to get some money the right way, man, and stay out here with your family, man. Don't you want to see your kids grow? Don't you want to see your parents grow? I know I do, man. Like, I did a bid, and I'm never going back, man. I love out here too much to ever jeopardize it again. And I just be trying to get y'all on the same page, man. That's it, man. That's all I be trying to do, man. So if you out here wilding, just turn your life around and stay out the way, man. Please, man. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is a bonus banger. So what y'all doing this one? Like, share, subscribe, so y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. What? It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called The Inmate's Secret. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but we are aware, people. We are in penitentiary, man, where crazy things happen all the time, man. I'm telling y'all, man, like, sometimes, man, like you really have to be on the low about everything, man. I'm talking about getting money, dudes that be shake, rattling, and rolling like paws, like dudes be on the low with everything in prison when it comes to certain things, man, for a lot of reasons, man. Sometimes dudes are cowards. Sometimes dudes don't want their business to get back to the street. Sometimes dudes just be so secretive and scary. Like, that's just the only way they know how to move, man. Like, you know, thinking that you can get by in prison by being super duper duper scary, it never really works out, man. It's something that always gets in your way. Somebody always finds out. Somebody always alerts somebody. It's just how it go in there, man. Like, prison is a crazy world. It's a doggy dog world, man. It's like nobody really cares about nobody in there. Everybody for themselves in there, man, to be honest with y'all. Your city is just an extra bonus of backup to have around you, man. But you can't even really trust your city. You got to know how to move in prison, man. I'm letting you know now. The scary way is not the way to move. So with that being said, though, we on Susses 2 for this, y'all. We on Susses 2. And I can remember being in 3D for this one, y'all. And this is around the time, you know, I'm a 3D representative, man. Like, y'all already know when I talk about 3D, I got a job. I got a little money in there. We the only population part in the building. Y'all already know how it go when I'm talking about my 3D stories, man. But, like, being in 3D was a beautiful situation. Like, and to be honest with y'all, but being in 3D was a beautiful situation. And to be honest with y'all, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, it was times that I wasn't even thinking about leaving 3D. Like, it was too sweet. Like, it was a good place to be. Nobody really bothering us. Y'all already know how it go. But with me having a job, just being able to move around, that kind of made my hustling skills a little bit more better. I felt like I had the advantage on people just off the strength that I can move around and pump to the people that's in the hole. You know what I mean? Like, the people that's in the hole that's never getting out the hole, or people that's just back there that still want to get the la-la or still want to get this and get that, I would still be able to provide that, man. I'll still be able to provide that. And those guys would definitely pay because they wouldn't be trying to mess up their credit, man. Like, you know, you wouldn't give them nothing that you wouldn't be able to stand because these people are behind the door. They could be like, I'm never coming from behind the door. But at the same time, the people I was dealing with, I was getting a little paper, man. So, you know, everything that be up at one point, man, it got to come down. So I went from doing good to nothing was going on. But it be like that sometime, man. Like, this is before I even got with, when I started dealing with Rudy. So, like, I had another play with a dude that was bringing a pack. And he ended up getting tore off as soon as we had got to 3D. So it's been probably like 3 months. and I just been kind of like just staying afloat, buying stuff and just staying out the way. Now I'm working and everything, like, and I'm moving around. If my mans and them got something over in 2 buildings or in 1 building, they'll get with me and I'll get with people in the whole, and that's how I was getting rid of my share. So it was like a win-win for me still, even though I didn't have a whole lot going on, man. But it was like the people that was in the pod at this time, it was all good people, man. Like, but it was a mixture of guys my age, and I'll say probably like 15% of older guys. When you got old guys, man, like the old guys be cool. Like a lot of the old guys had jobs like I did. They didn't really push a lot, man. It used to be one particular dude, though, man. We're going to call him Cooper, man. He was one of them old last name calling type of guys, man. Like, been down a little second. Like, you know, like his everything about him, when he moved in the pod, he came from a whole nother compound. I never knew a compound because I never asked. But everything about him gave me, like, he was super scary and didn't deal with people. And like I didn't put him in the scary category like he was trying to get money or nothing like that. I just felt like he didn't really talk to a lot of people. He will sometimes, me and him would have conversations just because we used to work at night. But if it weren't for that, I don't even think he would even have the conversation with me at all, man. But all Coop used to do is do the sweeping, do the dust mopping, man, and sometimes do the buffing. But like he was one of those special assignment guys that'd be moving around doing his thing, whatever the case. But at the same time, though, like I just, you know, I couldn't really understand it, man. But at the same time, though, like me and him still didn't kick it. Now Coop slept in cell. I slept in cell 41. Now Coop slept in cell like 36 or something like that. So he wasn't far from me, but he slept on the same tier as me. But he was one of those guys that I knew for a fact sometimes he used to get mad. Like for one reason, I don't know. But he was the type of dude, like when people messing with the la-la all over the pod, like you will see his face, he'll have an irritating face, like he's super irritated, like, oh, they messing with the la-la again. Yeah, we messing with the la-la again. What you mean? We mess with the la-la every day we can. What you talking about? So he was one of those type of guys that didn't mess with the la-la, but act like he got a problem with dudes messing with the la-la. So the word that got back one time that the dude Cooper, man, was talking about dudes making the pod hot because they messing with the la-la all out in the open when the COs be counting. They got to walk by and they going to end up shaking and peeing the whole pod and all of that. And he was complaining about that. So when that word that came back, it didn't come to me like, so he was talking about me about it, because it probably definitely was me who had the joint stinking, but it was somebody else that heard the joint, and then him and the dude kind of got into like a little confrontation. Like dude was like, yo, listen, man, you in penitentiary. You've been down long enough to realize that people gonna do whatever they want to do, man. Like he like, I ain't got nothing to do what nobody do. That's why I run my own program. Like he used to talk like that. That's why I just run my own program and I ain't got to worry about nobody. Like don't say I ain't warn y'all. Like he used to do stuff like that. So like it gave off like the biggest sense of being somebody that was like anti getting in trouble in there. Like he didn't want no trouble going on in penitentiary. When dudes will fight, he'll have something to say about that. Like he just was a little different. Like he wouldn't push this at me or anybody. Like you would think he'll push it at, but like he'll voice his opinion out loud type of dude. Not like he's screaming on people, but like he might be at the domino table talking to his friends and be like, yeah, like these dudes in here be doing this and doing that. Now Cooper wasn't no little dude. He looked like he used to work out back in the day. You know what I mean? He looked like he used to work out back in the day, man. But he was the type of dude that had the little fake bootsy fade, though. Like, he used to let his junk grow a little bit. Like, but he used to get the ball fade game back then. Now, I ain't even gonna say where Coop was from. He was from Tidewater, though. I ain't gonna lie. He was a Tidewater dude, but I ain't even gonna say where he was from, man. But he was just somebody that just always complained, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, y'all, people that have been locked up, y'all already know how it is when you in the block with somebody just always complaining, man. Y'all already know people are grown men in there. People are gonna move the way they wanna move. You can't really tell nobody nothing in penitentiary, to be honest with y'all, man. Like, you dude can't come up to me and be like, yo, man, you need to move like this and move like this, Weezy. Like, you can't tell me what to do, man. I'm gonna move how I wanna move, y'all. So boom. That's just how I go. Like, and I can't make nobody else move the way I wanted to move. I wish I could make everybody move like me, but I can't. It's impossible. On the street, you can't make everybody move like you, man. It's impossible, man. So like, I've been figured that out. Dude, Cooper been down forever and he hasn't figured it out yet. That's wild to me, man. But when we be working at night, like he just was a slight a-hole sometimes, like, you know what I mean? Because he was the type that, you know, like he'll put it like, you know, like we got to hurry up and finish before they get ready to count. He don't want everybody. Because, you know, people, when we come out in our joint, like we running around. Y'all got to understand, we running around. We are in a block where the rest of the blocks, the other 3 blocks in our building is segregation. It's the whole. So when people come out to work, when people cellies that's in the cell with people that work, they running around. Like it was just a free for all of running around. So like he'll get mad slightly when he see people running around. Now, it used to be this one old head lady, you know what I mean? That used to work out jumps sometimes. Like she was kind of like on his side about kind of like getting everybody straight and making sure nobody's running around when she's working. When she worked the night shift, everybody hated it because, I mean, your celly still could come out and move around in the pod. But as far as going pod to pod, it wouldn't happen because this older lady will come in and she'll be on the floor in the beginning. And then when it's time for lockdown, she will go into the booth. And then she'll be in control of what doors will be open, and she can see you if you run into this pod. She can see if you going out through the door to go downstairs to the other pods. She can see everything. So she wasn't having it. She wasn't having it when she was working, man. We're going to call her Miss Wren, man. Miss Wren, she definitely wasn't having none of that. But she used to always talk to the dude Coop. And like, I felt like she had an understanding about how he really felt like an old head is just stuck in his ways. You know, I just looked at it like he was a state-struck maniac. That's how I looked at it. Like what he did or voiced or whatever, it didn't bother me because he can't change nobody, like I say. But at the same time though, like when that lady was working, he kind of like was making sure everything won't no BS running around. And I think he used to do that because he really wanted to clean these floors. He was one of them dudes. He would do the sweeping and he would do the mopping. And there was this other old head that he would talk to. They'll buff. So they'll be out at 3 in the morning. They'll be out so long. The lady that's in the booth, she'll be on the floor now from being in the booth from when everybody was working. Now I done took my shower. Now I'm in the cell. He's still out there working, y'all. That's my word. So boom. He will be mopping all day, man. Them people be trying to turn concrete into glass, man. I promise you, man. Like, I can remember times I'll shoot next door and I'll be coming back from the bottom tier. He be like, hold on, and walk this way. Walk this way. And I have to walk the long way because they already started mopping and waxing all over here. And I just be looking like, man, these people trying to spit shine this concrete because this all it is concrete. They done put wax over top and it's just all shiny and stuff, man. But you nevertheless, I gotta let people do their job, man. So like my thing used to be to go holler at my man that was in 3C. Y'all know we in 3D. That's the pod directly across from us. It's 4 pods in the building. We in 3D. It's 3C, and downstairs is A and B. So I would go holler at my man that was in 3C, and I would kick it with him. You know what I mean? Like the lady, as long as the old head lady wasn't working, even if the old head lady was working, I had a job. I still can move, but I'm just like, I would go over there and kick it with bro. Like this was my guy. I used to kick it with him from the town. You know what I mean? He was in 2 building with me. You know what I mean? He about to get transferred. Like he ended up catching a joint. You know what I mean? He beat a dude down, pulled the hammer out, chased the dude with the hammer, and then they caught him with the hammer. You know what I mean? So like he got caught with all that, and now he getting transferred. So I just used to go back there and kick it with bro. Like more than likely he was gonna get sitting across the street to the mountains. So I would go back there and kick it with him. Like bro was back there a minute. Like he was back there like 6 months behind that joint. So I would go back there and kick it with him, bring him food, bring him a little la-la, bring him a couple bogeys, couple blacks. I would make sure I look out for bro. So that's where I would spend a lot of my time at, kicking it with bro. So like I say though, like when the lady working, I would be trying to move a little bit more careful because I already know the dude Coop will be complaining because he trying to keep the floor clean. You know what I mean? So I can remember coming in one day, man. It was crazy because when I was about to come in, Coop had came to the joint. It was me and another dude that was still over in 3C. Like we was working. So he came to the top door and he told us, yo, y'all come upstairs and come back because we mopping over here. So y'all come up through this way. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right. My man's cell in the bottom tier. So I'm like, all right. So we come up the steps and we go through the top tier, which my cell isn't far from there anyway. So that was a closer shot to my cell because I'm in 41. There's only 44 cells. So I'm at 41. So I would come through the top door and I came through the top door and I went to my cell. Bro went to the top door, I had to go downstairs to his cell. So when I went to my cell, like I kind of like, you know what I mean? I forgot what was going on. Like I came in the joint, started talking to my roommate, and me and him just started kicking it. And like next thing you know, I sat on the bed and I'm chilling now, you know what I mean? I'm about to roll up. So I waited till they counted. You know, I rolled up. Now as soon as they counted, they end up letting out the dude Cooper and they let out his homeboy. Now Cooper slept in cell 9, which was on the bottom tier, like on the main strip. And his man, I forget remember what cell he slept in. But as soon as they had walked past when they did the top tier of our joint, I guess they did the bottom tier next. But after they had passed by, they let them dudes back out immediately and they started back doing what they was doing, which was mopping and buffing. So I'm sitting on the bed, I'm talking to my roommate, and I'm like, oh man, I was like, bro, I ain't even take no shower. You know what I mean? We done hit the feezy and everything. I'm like, man, I ain't take no shower, man. I was like, man, I go to the joint, hit the button. Boom, 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 I hit the button. Dude come on the button. It was the dude in the booth now. Like the old head lady was in the booth. But when he came on the intercom, it was the dude. I was like, yo, ACO, hey, look, man, I ain't even get my shower yet, man. I came straight back from working. I ain't even get my shower yet. He was like, all right, hold on. So I guess he called somebody. Then after he came back on the joint, he was like, oh, hurry up, White. He opened my door. Open sesame game. So when I step out, I seen Cooper and I seen the other dude, like they was on the joint, like cleaning, you know what I mean? They was doing their thing. He was like putting the little jump down with the mop, and then the dude was on the other side buffing. So they was out there doing their job. And I looked, I seen the lady kind of coming from, I'm on the top at the shower, so it's dark in the pod. But like they still can see what they doing. I'm at the top, but it's kind of dark in the pod. So like I still can see, this is the TV on, like you still can see what's going on in the pod. But I seen a lady come in from the slider and she went into the office. So I ain't paying no mind. So I went on and took my shower. You know what I mean? I took my shower. So I'm in that joint, you know what I mean? Like taking a decent long shower. I ain't even gonna lie. So when I started coming out, when I came out, it wasn't no more buffing and there wasn't no more mopping going on. So I look, I see the old head that was helping him. His door is open. You know what I mean? I'm looking, I'm like, man. So got myself together. I went to the cell. Dude, the CO was leaned back on the phone facing C-Pod. So he didn't even see me coming from the shower, walking back to my cell. So when I'm going back to my cell, my roommate like, yo, get some ice before you lock down, I'm like, all right. So I come down the steps with ice. I'm like, I had an ice bag, an old cereal bag, come down the steps. I go to the joint, I'm like this. My head down at first, pause. I'm like, push. When I looked up, that's when I seen the dude, Coop. He was looking at me. But when I got a good look, he was in the office talking to the old head. But when I look, I'm like, John crazy, man. So he dipped. You know what I mean? So I dipped, but I go back. I saw him though. I'm like, man, he was in the office talking to the old head. I ain't paying no mind. So through this whole time, all this was going on though, y'all. When I tell y'all, like, after this time that I just had some la-la, like, it was like a drought. It's like we went on a drought in that joint. You know what I mean? It was like a drought, man. I'm talking about like a drought in my building and in 4 building. Y'all know I'm on 3 and I'm next to 4 building. So that's what I'm usually dealing with unless I got to reach out to some people that's on the other side of the yard. So when it ain't on my side of the yard, we call it a drought. You know what I mean? Now you got to go far and get it. Like you can get it, but it's just you go through a lot. So like we call that a drought when it ain't on your side. So it won't nothing after that time right there, y'all. That's my word. Like the next day, nobody was saying nothing. The weekend came, it won't nothing, man. So like everybody was saying that the la-la was in, so everybody was saying that the la-la was in one building. So I'm like, it's in one building. So I'm like, oh, my old head down there. So I was like, I'm gonna holler at my old head and see where you can find out. Now I'm gonna get us some la-la. So I'm telling dudes that I'm gonna get some la-la down here. So dude like, yeah, see what's going on, Weezy, if you can. I'm like, all right, that's a bet. So I sent the word to my old head to come outside. So I went outside at 2 o'clock. When I go outside, I see my old head. I said, yo, look, man. I said, man, who got that down? I said, man, who got the la-la on your pod, man? He was like, man, this other dude is an old head dude that got the joint, man. He was like, man, he got a lot of it too. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah, he got spoons and whatever you want to get, 2-pack pieces, all of that. So he was looking smack. So I already knew that the joint was decent. I said, that joint good, Unc? He was like, yeah, ain't as good. I'm like, man, that's what's up, man. So I went back to the building. I collected the work. I met Unc back at dinner. You know what I mean? Me and Unc had met at dinner. He left the stuff with his roommate who works in the child hall, and I just made the exchange with him. So it was a perfect exchange. So I come back. Now the la-la is in the pod. So when the la-la is in the pod, now I didn't start distributing the joint. You know what I mean? Because it was 3 dudes that bought 3 2-pack pieces. I bought 2 spoons. You know what I mean? I bought a spoon and my roommate bought a spoon. But it's basically like my spoons anyway. You know what I mean? But my roommate already know how he gonna do. He trying to sell something. So I'm like, yeah, we can definitely sell something. And we used to do that just so we can keep the pod regulated. Like for we can, nobody like, yo, Weezy don't got it. They hating. Nah, like, what's up? It's a few. What's up? What y'all gonna do? The first 5, 6 people, you can get a feezy. After that, it's over with. So that's how we carried it. So we definitely was trying to sell something. So when I come back with the joint, man, you know, the pod is litty now. Because this dude's now that has bought some stuff. We sold some stuff. So now everybody up blowing. So I come out on the tier. I'm lit. I'm like, me and my roommate just finished blowing. I come on the tier. I looked at Coop. Coop was standing by the table. He was like, all I seen was that bald fade. He was like, then he walked and went and got the broom that was standing by the booth. He grabbed the broom. He was like, his face was looking all angry because la-la in the air, y'all. So boom. My roommate was like, man, he always looking all like he mad dudes messing with the la-la. I was like, man, listen, man, that man ain't stopping no la-la. I don't care how stupid his face look. He's not stopping no la-la, man. So I'm like, man, Joe crazy. So as I'm chilling, you know what I mean? I'm like standing in the cut. Nigga like, yo, hey, bro, somebody wants you, bro. I'm like, who? He was like, it's the dude that be working with Cooper. So I'm like, what do you want? So I walked down the steps and I seen him. He was like, hey, man. He was like, hey, look, man. He was like, let me buy something. He was like, I ain't trying to let Cooper see me though, man. Because Cooper be complaining. He always complaining, man, this and that. And, you know, he hate it when it's in the pod because they going to do. I'm like, man, I'm not trying to hear all of that. I'm not trying to hear all that. And he was like, yeah, I know. But I was like, look, I got bad news though. It ain't no more. He was like, it ain't no more. I'm like, yeah. So as he was saying that, you know what I mean? Coop walked up. So Coop was like, man, Weezy, I know that was you. I know that was you, man. I was like, you know that was me that what? He was like, man, it got the pod smelling like that. I said, bro, listen, you need to relax, man. The pod been smelling like this forever. I mess with the la-la. That's what I do. I'm letting you know that. I mess with the la-la, man. He was like, yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do, man. But you know that you still gotta be considerate though, man. Stop blowing it before count time, man. Y'all be having them, I be watching, I be hearing the CEO saying stinking here. I was like, man, listen, what you want me to do? What you want me to do, man? What are we arguing about? Because I'm a grown man, I'm gonna do what I want to do, Coop, man. He was like, yeah, you right. Yeah, you right. He dude, his man was like, well, I was just trying to buy a Fiji for me. Said ain't no more. Coop was like, I heard it's in one building. I was like, I looked at him like, how you know it's in one building? Because he's not even dangling in that world. He's not a part of that world. He's not a part of like who got it and who do this and that. He's just somebody that complain about it. That's what world he's in. So I'm like, who told you that? He was like, everybody knows it's in one building. My cousin in one building. Everybody knows it's in one building. I'm like, man, all right. So I just blushed that off and I kept doing what I was doing. So as time went on, like I just started noticing like, yo, the dude that was in 4 building that was getting the dude that was in 4 building that was getting the la, he done got tore off in the visiting room over in Sussex. You know what I mean? He done got tore off in the visiting room. So that play is gone. That was a dude that was in 4D going over there every week or at least every other week coming back with 2 zips and he'll be selling it. It's another dude that had a little roller situation that was in 4A. That's over with. There's nobody on this side that's striking them. You know what I mean? Like it be like this sometimes, man. There was nobody on the side, y'all, that was getting to that money, man, on that pack when it come to that la. Now, when I be seeing situations like that, that's when I try to take advantage of situations like that. But what you want me to do? I have no play at this moment. I have no play at this moment. I have nothing going on, man. So I'm like, man, I gotta keep going to one building. So one building had it. One building had that junk. Yo, I ain't even gonna lie. One building had that junk, man. Like one building was just like they had it, man. It was like a consistent like strain that they had. Like it was good. It looked good. Like it wasn't giving you a headache. Like it was some good la. So like everybody would use me to be a middleman to try to score from one building because that was a little far distance. So that's what I used to do. I started collecting dudes' money and I started putting it together with my money and I started scoring a big package, y'all. So boom. So I hollered at my uncle and I told him to holler at the dude and see what he sell me a quarter for. So I kept all the little commissary stuff the dudes gave me. Stuff dudes gave me, I kept that. You know what I mean? Because I was hollering at my uncle to see what he'd do to sell me a quarter for. Usually you can get a quarter for like 200. You know what I mean? So me and my roommate gonna go half on it. So dude shot back like, yo, I think he said 200, 250. I can't remember. It was one of the two. But either way, I went and got the money straight and I Western Union bro the money. So this time I was meeting bro to get a whole Vic. You know what I mean? We call a Vic 7 game. You know what I mean? But I was meeting bro to get that. But when I got it, it was crazy because I'm like, man, it looked like he gave me more than he's supposed to give me. But I ain't, you know, we ain't got no scale or nothing. But I'm just like, man, I took it. So when I get back to the pod, it's lit again. It's super lit again. Now I got a dude selling feezies. Now I got this dude who bought some weight. Now I got this dude over here. My roommate selling to his homeboy. He got stuff going on. Like we got the whole 3D lit now, y'all. The whole 3D is lit. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. But it was still wild that like, you know what I mean? Like we got to go all the way to one building for this. Man, I promise y'all, man, like after we had that joint for like 2 weeks, we had it for like 2 weeks. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like it was getting to the point where like, they was like, yo, like, I ain't gonna lie. It was like, yo, that jump was crazy because he had the jump for like 2 weeks, man. I ain't gonna lie though. Like after doing that, like me and my roommate one time, we was just in there messing with the la. We was like, yo, man, like we gotta keep going to freaking one building to score though, man. We was like, man, we gotta get back right, man. Like we gotta make something happen over here soon because there's so much money to be made and we missing out on, and we gotta keep going all the way to one building just to spend a big amount just to win. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, that joint is crazy though, man. I was like, I ain't gonna worry about it though. We gonna get back, man. You know what I mean? Like I told you I'm a route magnet, man. Like usually if something always falls in my lap, pause. So I went out to work that night. I went on and did my regular routine. You know what I mean? Everything was smooth. So it was crazy because I was gonna go in, when I was leaving, I was gonna go in through the top tier. Now the old head lady, she usually be in the booth. After they lock us down, they let all the workers out on the night shift to work. So I was moving around. I done been downstairs. I done been next door. So now I'm next door. But the whole time I was next door, I was gone for a minute. So I didn't know that the lady Miss Wren ran everybody in. I didn't know she ran everybody in because it was getting close to count time. But I was still over there hollering at my man. I had lost track. The CEO that was working the floor, he come on the intercom because I ended up losing track. So what made me want to dip is when I look because you can look in the booth and they got like these little ladders. They got to come up, they got to climb up, and then, or they got to climb down to get to the control booth, or they climb up to get out. So it's a light to be up there. So when I looked, I seen the light was on. I seen like a silhouette, and it looked like I seen like a hat, like, you know, like the sergeant hat. So I was like, yo, bro, I'm about to dip, bro, I'm about to dip. You know what I mean? So he was like, yeah, go. I was like, who was that? He was like, nah, it's just a CEO. I was like, I'm about to dip anyway, bro. I was like, I'm gonna come holler at you tomorrow. He was like, bet. So as I'm leaving, I leave his cell and I shoot up the steps. I was like, the steps, I'm going on the top tier because that'll be closer to my cell. So both doors be open, like, cause we working and stuff. Man, I shoot the top 10. I go to the door. I was like, I grabbed the door. I'm like, it's locked. I'm like, I looked in the booth. I didn't see nobody. You know what I mean? I'm like, where everybody go? I'm like, the booth empty. But you know, this nobody's at rec, so somebody can go use the bathroom or anything. So I'm like, what's going on, man? Man, I promise you, man. I was like, this junk crazy. So I shoot back down the steps. I run past my man selling games. Like, where you going, Weez? I'm like, man, I gotta dip back there. I was like, the top door locked. He was like, for real? I'm gonna go through the bottom. So I go down to the bottom door and I grab that joint. I open that joint. When I open that joint, it was like, it's like a little area. You know what I mean? It's an area in the joint. Like, you know, like it got a little this over here. It might have a mattress, mattresses, like the big cart. Like dudes, I would say dudes be pushing their cart in. That might be in there. And not really a cleaning closet. It's just like a little area, a breezeway area before you get to the next part. So when I come out of there, like it won't nobody in there. But when I come out of there, I heard somebody like kind of whispering or something like that. But it was like, you know, as soon as you come out that joint, it's a cleaning closet door. They got the supplies in it, like a regular door. It's like right there. It's like right here. And then it's the back door right there. The door is looking at cell 22. 22 is next to that back door. So I'm coming in from the back door and I hear like little people, I hear people whispering. So I'm like, man, so I'm about to go past. So I ain't gonna run past because I gotta go past, get to the steps, then go up the steps. I'm like, man, I walk by. I was like, as I'm walking by, like as I'm looking at my parentheral. Man. I walk by and I never seen this, man. I seen the lady, man, Miss Wren. She was like this. I promise you, because when I walked by, I seen the lady, Miss Wren, and she was like this, man. She had her hand in her pants, and she was standing like this, like facing this way. But as I get closer, I looked again, my parentheral. Guess who I seen in the closet, y'all? Shh. I seen goddamn old crying ass Cooper in the closet.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.